your tracks today.
Been chasing dreams, my money, things I do for my family, and on. I can't go without my blessings, cause blessings show. Been chasing dreams.
Okay. All right. Let's just jump right into it. We are back and we are better. Let's really talk about it. Podcast. We are here to talk about the things that ain't nobody really want to talk about, or the things that people feel like are not going to get the views, but we're going to talk about it because y'all need to hear it respectfully. Thank you guys for the love and support that we've been getting on the Instagram, on the YouTube, and on everything. We just want to say thank you. And just follow the TikTok, follow the Instagram. Facts. Just stay tuned, like, comment. If there's any topic that you guys feel like, you guys want to hear us discuss, put it down below in the comments. We are open to everything. Facts. So we're going to get right into the introductions. I say.
Hi,
big
everyone.
4 times.
I must say, the first time we did this, I didn't know we was saying everything we did.
Why not? Go on ahead.
But yeah, I must say, my Instagram is ASSE_DIALLO_. Very simple. First and last name.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all may know me as Miss NAACP.
Big exec for the NAACP.
But yeah.
Martin Luther, what?
They call me Malcolm X.
That's
By any means necessary. But
Malcolm
yeah,
Mm.
I'm an activist, community organizer, pretty much. Yeah, I be doing all that.
Pretty much she's Rosa Parks
Like she does it all
at this point. Yeah.
But there's a lot of other ladies we can mention other than Rosa Parks. But
Thank you. I was about to say I'd rather stay with Malcolm X, but
Facts. We're gonna say with Malcolm X. Go ahead, Liz.
not the little.
all right, so you heard it. My name is Liz, aka Lizard, aka ELIZ, 2 B's, 2 E's, 2 T's, and 3 H's on Instagram. I'm a poet, mental health advocate, and I wouldn't really call myself a community organizer. I just like to say I'd like to be in the community and help wherever I can. And I'm who I am. Yeah,
As you
that's
should.
me.
Big Bing alum.
Oh yeah,
big,
Binghamton alum.
Big
I was a
previous
BSU,
BSU president.
Yeah, I did.
BSU
Big
president.
BSU, just in May, just now.
Feel me?
Yeah.
Michelle who?
I went to Farmingdale, but I know mad people that graduated this May.
Michelle
Yeah,
who?
let's talk after, man.
Yes,
Let's talk later.
Like, feel me?
Yo, yeah,
Bro,
shout out.
Kamala ain't got nothing on her.
Who?
Said Kamala.
Kamala ain't got nothing on her.
Kamala who?
Huh?
Next,
Are you-
next,
Come-
next.
Kamala Charis?
Harris?
Stairs?
Here
Cooney?
is.
Oh.
Okay.
Madam Coon?
Oh, man. Go
With
ahead,
the
Jordan.
press?
Go ahead, bro.
Let me stop. No.
Nice and basic. Instagram tag is GMAP Jordan. My name is Jordan, and I'm a child of God.
Amen.
Feel me? I'm gonna give y'all a
Respectfully.
verse of the day.
Nah, shoot him with
It's-
something like you
it's-
shot him before.
I'm gonna give you something real simple, bro.
Mm-hmm.
John 11:35. Jesus wept.
Hallelujah.
Today was raining too, so.
I mean, God is a shot caller. I'm the shot taker.
Snaps for that.
Didn't I say write that down?
Yeah.
I did.
Feel me? It's a mantra. It's a mindset.
Facts.
Okay.
All right, so we just gonna jump right into the topic. So first topic is, does your past really define you, or is it an excuse not to change?
Does your past really define you, or is it an excuse not to change? That one got to simmer in my brain a little bit, because I think it's there's a lot of nuances there, right? I feel like your past defines you, but it doesn't, right? And I only say that because I think what people need to go for is like understanding their past to be able to change. So in some way, you kind of got to acknowledge it and respect it for what it's done, wherever in your life, but you're not supposed to stick with it, right? Because then that also makes you deviate from your current present moment, as well as deviate from where you want to go in the future. But at the same time, you need to acknowledge it so you can change, so you can move forward. I think all elements are important, your past, present, and future, feel me? So, I don't know, yeah. That's how I'm feeling right now.
Just to piggyback off that, I wouldn't say your past defines you, but your past definitely shapes you
Yeah.
It shapes all your experiences, the way you was raised, the way you basically anything from your past. It shapes how you handle situations. It shapes how you respond to things. It shapes how you speak to people. It just influences a lot of the things you do. And I wouldn't say it's not an excuse to not change. You're not this you will never be the same person you are like in the past, you know? Like I'm not the same person I was 3 months ago or even
Shoot,
10 years
yesterday.
ago. Even yesterday, even
I
5
don't
minutes
know,
ago.
like, really though.
But like all these little things that I pick up, all these little things that I learn is I want to say is defining me. It's just helping to mold the person I am and the person I'm growing to be, you know? So if you're the same person and you're stagnant, there's something wrong. Like you should not be in the same place ever in any aspects, mentally, physically, spiritually. I feel like people are always not essentially growing, but evolving. People are always evolving.
Or at least they should be. So
Should be evolving. So like, yeah. Basically.
Georgia.
That's crazy.
Sure.
All right, so I do agree with both of y'all, which I said, by the way. But I do feel like your past does not define you as long as you don't bring it into the future. If you bring what's in your past to your future, it now becomes your future. And your past and your future is very identical and you did not change. So it depends how you look at it, right? So with me, I know I am nowhere near what I used to be.
We love that.
Nowhere near. Since I accepted Jesus to my life,
Amen.
it's a cliche statement, but yo, honestly, Jesus changed me. You feel me? If I was to say like, yo, 2016, 2017 Jordan is still me today, I would be lying. Like literally, if you're comfortable with what you're doing, not only will it drag into your future, but you're not going to want to change because you're comfortable. Like where you're comfortable, you know, you're not going to want to change. Like being uncomfortable is going to make you want to change. And that's what a lot of people are scared of.
We went from Ayo Daddy Jordan to GMAP Jordan.
Oh yeah, that's
my
okay.
God.
If you know,
Yeah.
like, only if you no, because that was his handle. His handle. He went from Ayo Daddy Jordan to GMAP Jordan.
Daddy
so.
Jordan is crazy.
You know, that's a tough
Yeah,
one.
it was a little perverted, you know. But you know, like I said, Jesus changed
That
me
was
for real.
before
For real.
Jesus came into your life.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure people that know me from the past probably will watch this and they're like, yo, he's probably this ain't-ish Jordan, but
I mean, listen, I ain't gonna lie. We all had some crazy Instagram handles, or we all had some crazy
Not
way
me.
of thinking about
Am I the
ourselves.
only one who is?
My
Oh
name
wait,
was-
actually,
Mine was my name. Like,
my
I just changed how I spell my name probably in my handle.
my
but, like,
Instagram handle has been my name since I got Instagram.
Yo, listen,
one was
listen.
Lizard.
My handle was definitely
Like-
Zo
Maybe for
Poppy
guys.
Jeremy.
Yeah,
Zo
For
Poppy.
guys. You remember that, right?
That needed to go.
You remember that? It was
I
definitely
do
Zo
remember.
Poppy Jeremy. You feel me?
Yo.
I was going through. You feel me? And then I remember when you know when Jesus came. Yes, hallelujah.
oh yes.
When he came,
I want a new
then but
Instagram
I'm
handle.
not. As far as for the topic, my stance on this is people have to understand we are clay. And the reason why I say that is when you have your clay, you're supposed to mold it into the masterpiece you want it to be. Remember, pottery is subjective to whatever creation your mind wants it to be.
That's true.
So as you are creating yourself, you are constantly there molding, forming, putting the little lines, the fine details, you know, the things that, you know, are going to be tailored to you, who you are, how you express yourself. We're clay. But I do feel like a lot of people, especially in today's society, they're very quick and they're slow to understand that it takes time to create a masterpiece. You know, some people, you know, especially when it comes to the pottery, the moment it becomes a vase, it's a wrap. All right, boom, we here. It's done. I done made the vase and that's it. But when you do that, you fail to realize that once it's done, it's done. You ain't never seen, you know what I'm saying, clay pottery go back into clay. You realize though that bad habit that you were rushing into it, now you're stuck with that for life. You know what I mean? And yes, I do feel like you could change, but certain things about people, because of what they did in that past, that mistake carries through, and that piece of pottery will be the reminder of how you just weren't careful.
Yeah.
Now think about it. You can never take too long with a masterpiece. You can sit there and understand, like, okay, the moment you are aware of it, I will work on this as long as I need to make sure I get it right. You make a mistake, the clay keeps moving. You make a mistake, you keep on forming. Even if you got to slam it back down and rebuild it back
That's a
up,
fact.
you have the
Bottom up.
opportunity to do that as long as you're still working. But the moment you say you're done and you let it dry and you feel like you're okay with it, that decision will haunt you for the rest of your life.
Nah, yeah. And I feel like I could resonate with that analogy. I actually always wanted to get into pottery, so I did appreciate that analogy. But
Facts.
I don't know. I feel like I agree because, and I'm sure we probably all had our version of, this type of experience at one point, because I wouldn't want to come across in this conversation as, we are like the other anyway. But I do feel like it's easy to let, because some people just experience different types of past, traumas. If y'all watch the previous episode, we kind of touched a little bit slightly when we were talking about mental health with like childhood trauma, this and that. It's very easy to let what you experience like dictate what you continue to allow, for me, because some stuff is tough. Like some things that people endure and experience, it's like it stamps them to the point where they're like, it's a fixed mindset. Like, I don't see myself past this. I done been through this and that. When I was living with my parents, I done been through this in a relationship, this and that. And to be honest, that's all I'm seeing. Like, that's all I feel like is out there, especially, and these are my own thoughts, but especially during the whole like DTB, DTN era, it was funny and whatnot, but a lot of people really went about it like that because they went through a really serious, like bad, traumatic relationship where now once they got out of that relationship, it's like, nah, DTN for life, DTB for life. So you guys understand my point? So that's really facts. And it's like, it makes sense because some people, I don't know, you think that that's all that's out there. Like you think the bad that you experience is all that's out there, which is not, but it's not always easy to see that, feel me? So
I have a question. Do y'all feel like y'all honestly change if you resemble your past?
I feel like I honestly change if you resemble your past. I need you to elaborate on that.
Like,
All
if
right.
you can currently resemble your past, have you changed?
Like if you like mimic like your old self, can you honestly say like, yo, you changed? And honestly, change is subjective, right? But it's
Yeah.
like to yourself, like, can you say that you honestly change if you're still doing the same things that you used to do before? And I'm not saying that you won't do at least one thing because you're not perfect.
So say in that aspect that you resemble your past self, can you say that you've changed?
Nah, I don't know. I don't know if you wanted to speak first, but I'm gonna go
like
with
that
no. You got some?
I feel like if you resemble your past, I feel like regardless of how you resemble your past, I just feel like you are never going to be that same person. Like you're not in the same, hopefully you're not in the same environment. You're not in the same mindset. You may resemble a few aspects of your past and you may still be doing like the same things you've done before, but I don't think like there's different levels to the thinking now, You should, the more you age, the more you know, the more you should learn, the more you should know.
You should. Heavy on the should.
Should.
Heavy on the
You
should.
It's a learning
should.
process.
We got a
Yeah.
whole lot of big
So-
age babies around here.
Huh.
Big age. Big age babies.
And that's real.
So
man.
yeah, I feel like even though you do resemble your past a bit, you're resembling your past, but like in a new form, like in a new aspect. I wouldn't say you haven't changed, but you're definitely not the same person doing this. You're doing the same things, but like as a different person, you
Okay.
know?
Yeah, because I was gonna say, I don't know. The only reason why I had some issue with that question is because I think what matters most is the after. So what you do,
Yeah.
because I was thinking of an example, right? I think now, like literally, as you get older and you experience new stuff, you start to reflect and realize a few things about yourself and like where you can make these changes and whatnot. So to me, bringing the topic to like relationships and stuff, and mostly situationships for me, because this stuff was never even like solid. But what do you call it? I remember I kept on noticing a pattern. Like once you realize you keep on going through the same stuff, it's because there's a certain factor that's repeating, feel me? So it came to the point where I was like, something's wrong here and it's probably me. Maybe it's them, but I choose to, point out what I'm doing in the situation. Feel me? So
great
I realize,
accountability.
And
Yo,
that's
that
a
is
word.
Great
Yo.
accountability.
That's a word though that like it messes people up sometimes because not a lot of people have the skills or want to take accountability because it's hard. And it's like it was hard for me at first to be like, yeah, it's me. Like I'm messing up here, this and that and whatever. So I noticed like in certain relationships and whatnot, I would be doing this, doing that. And then when I got into I was dating this new person, I had to stop. I was like, yo, this feels like I'm experiencing the same thing and I need to understand why. And I felt like once I sort of pinpointed it, it was able for me to I was able to cut it off because I'm like, I don't want this. First of all, I don't deserve this. And I don't think he deserves it either. I'm also about like, treat people how you want to be treated. So I would hate to be the bad guy when I don't want no one to be treating me that same way. Feel me? So
yeah,
that's why I really do things the after part.
So let me propose a question. We got time? All right, so this is kind of like sum everything up. Now you said you said accountability, right?
Yeah, facts.
So what advice would you give to somebody out there that's trying to like change their past? Like what advice would you give them, like the first practical steps? Like what would you say?
Yo, accept it. Accept it. Like a lot of people think they could change without accepting the mistake, but it's like, you know what? It hurt. It was messed up. It was foul, whatever, but it happened. Like there's nothing you could do to go back to it. Feel me? Like,
happened.
It happened.
It is
already.
what it is.
It
It
happened.
Ain't no going back to change it.
It happened.
Let me touch on that. People have called me crazy. People have said, they have called me all types of names under the sun because I'm able to tell my story laughing. You're not okay. No, I've already accepted it. I've already understood that it happened. I understood there may have been two sides to the story, but me getting to that point, it was never like I was born like that. Did it hurt? Yeah, it hurt. When it was happening, it hurt. But the moment I was able to understand, if you really want to change, the first step, blame yourself. And it sounds harsh, but the moment you get the self-blame out the way, like think about that. The moment you get that out the way first, that's the hardest part. For everybody else, accountability is the last step. You assess what they did to you. You assess why it happened, what's wrong with them. They're a narcissist. They're this. They're self-loathing, whatever the case is. And then, maybe 2-3 years down the line, maybe you know what I'm saying, you have a kid and you start thinking about it like, yeah, maybe I was bugging. But why did that have to be the last step?
Right.
And I know the blame word sounds harsh, but the moment you understand where you went wrong in a situation first, it helps everything else piece together.
I feel like definitely accountability would be the first step, but also I feel like people need to keep in mind that a whole 180 change is not going to happen right then and there once you take
Been
accountability.
chasing dreams, my money, things I do for my family, and on and on. I can't go without